Hi, this is AG and welcome back to Thomas and Friends Wonders of Sodor. So I think the problem of Dovetail live account has been solved because I have successfully linked it back to the account so that the challenges would now be correctly loaded. So as planned before, this time I'm going with Diesel to complete the Tier 1, Tier 2 challenges to unlock his poster and the other tile at the fairground. So let me just get it started because I have comparatively started this live stream a bit late than usual. So I also got something else to do. So I have to prepare for work. So let me pick a story about Diesel to start with.
Branching out. It was a busy time on the railway, and all of the engines were working hard. Except poor Thomas. He was feeling unwell. "You should go to the steamworks for a while," said Sir Topham Hatt. "They'll have you fixed up and feeling better in no time." As Emily came and took Thomas away to be repaired, Sir Topham Hatt wondered who else he could get to take Thomas's passengers. Suddenly, Diesel pulled into the yard with a train of trucks. Sir Topham Hatt looked at him and smiled. "Ah, Diesel, just the engine I wanted to see." Diesel looked a little nervous. Sir Topham Hatt usually only wanted to see him if he was in trouble.
"Good morning, sir," said Diesel nervously. "Did you need me for something?"
"Yes, indeed I do," smiled Sir Topham Hatt. "Thomas is not feeling well, and Emily is taking him to the steamworks to be repaired. So I need a really useful engine to help with taking the passengers on the branch line." Diesel was very surprised.
"But, sir," he protested, "I'm only a shunting engine. I've never really pulled passengers before."
"Don't worry, Diesel," Sir Topham Hatt reassured him. "I'm confident you'll manage just fine, and I'm sure that Annie and Clarabelle will be glad to show you what to do. Just remember, you need to be on your best behaviour today. I don't want to hear from the passengers that you've been causing trouble."
"But, sir, I can't take Annie and Clarabelle. They're Thomas's coaches, and they don't like me, and..."
Diesel, you'll be fine," smiled Sir Topham Hatt. "Now run along and collect Annie and Clarabelle. They should be waiting for you in the sidings."
"Oh, why do I have to take passengers?" "Maybe," he thought, "Sir Topham Hatt chose me because I am the best engine for the job."
Okay, so now let me see. So now I have to I think I have decoupled with the trucks already, right? I have to go ahead and stop at the points so that I would like just to get coupled up with Andy and Clarabelle for Diesel. So he's going to pick up the coaches of Thomas. So Well, let's just get Diesel started here. So I'm gonna get him there. So we're going to stop at that point at the pet shunt. And then the next thing is, oops, slightly too late to apply the brakes. But still, the objective completed. So we see that was Percy here. But I don't think he will respond to us anyway. So let's just get backwards to pick up Andy and Clarabelle. Wow, focus his face. I really should take a picture of him carrying Andy and Clarabelle and use it as a cover photo again for the live stream. But I feel like not many live streams left for this game because they haven't had any updates yet. Unless I decided to go with those timetables for all the endings, because there are plenty of them to. Oops, I forgot to apply the brake.
Hello, ladies.
Wow, that was close.
Oh no, Clarabelle. It's that devious Diesel. Surely, replied Clarabelle, Sir Topham Hatt could have picked another engine instead of him. Perhaps he thinks I'm the best engine for the job, boasted Diesel. After all, he specifically asked me to help with the passengers while Thomas is away. I'm sure he only asked you to help as all the other engines are busy. He certainly did not. Now we need to get going. We don't want to be late after all.
Take a picture of him first. Okay. So maybe. Well, he's not happy. But still, I'm going to take a picture of him. Good. And now I could start with story. So we're going to stop at the signal up ahead. So I have to pay attention to applying the brakes for Diesel because I feel like it's not that easy to apply the brake for him. I could get a little bit faster, but I have to pay attention to the speed limit there. So not much of a difficult task here. Just gonna stop at that main signal there. Yeah, I don't really remember how the story goes because I usually just follow what the story tells me to do. I don't memorize what I have to do in each story, so now let's just cross those tracks carefully. We're told to be driving at a low speed. It's actually a little bit far away. So I'm wondering if we have to go back to the platform of passengers. I don't really remember. Oops, I don't even need to speed up because we're going to stop at that point anyway. So I just need to pay attention to the speed here. So have a little bit more attention to that speed. Oops, sorry, camera angle kind of not moving naturally. Got triggered. Yeah. Okay, so my guess is was right, so I have to go backward to the platform and pick up the passengers instead of directly driving to, I think, Bagua, right? Because it's Thomas's branch line, so I have to pick up the passengers, then work for the branch line with Diesel. Okay, because of the junctions, we do really have to have been that far in order to go backwards to get back into the station. Okay, I could do it a little bit faster actually. To keep Clarabelle to be stopped at that point, I think, instead of Diesel. Okay, so for anyone wondering, this is to complete the challenges for Diesel in order to unlock his poster and another tile at the fairground in the Whispering Woods. So I have to complete challenges for him, complete story or timetables tasks.
All aboard! We need to hurry and get moving. There's no need to rush, Diesel, said Annie. We still have plenty of time.
So we unlock the doors. Oops, wrong button. But I don't see anyone is boarding. Don't see any passengers at all. Then we lock the doors and then we start.
Right, let's get going. Remember, said Clarabelle, you need to pull away gently as to not startle the passengers.
Well, there are no passengers, so never mind. That's what they tell us to do, so just keep driving at the next station that we're going to stop as the trial station, so we could go a little bit faster here. So now we can go faster, something too special. We're just working on Thomas's branch line again, but this time just with Diesel. So still thinking about how many timetables tasks I have to perform with Diesel in order to unlock the tier 2 challenges, because I feel like there are not many stories about Diesel or to drive as Diesel at all. So this is one of them. So that I could use this story to complete the tier 1 challenges, but I'm not so sure about the tier 2 challenges. I may have to finish plenty of Diesel's timetable tasks in order to finish those challenges. So anyway, let me keep driving. Try to push it faster, but I think that's the fastest that Diesel could go.
Diesel, you'll need to remember to slow down as you approach the station. You mustn't bump the coaches, especially if they have passengers on board.
Yeah, that station is not so far away from here, so Pay attention to the speed. It's a good idea to slow down earlier. And be prepared for like to stop at the station. What do we have here? So we have airplanes. Basically, an airport is a small airport, not those international airports that we usually see. Just a small one in the rural areas, but they are still functioning. Okay, let's stop slightly ahead.
All aboard!
So let's see if any passengers this time. But I still feel like no. No one's boarding. No one's on board the coaches, so now we left.
Off we go again.
Leave to the next station, Sports Fuel Halls. I think that one uses like two directions sharing the same platform because they only have one platform there. So anyway, I'm trying to push up diesel to try to get like drive faster. But I feel like his maximum speed with the two coaches is only around at 30 miles per hour. He couldn't go very fast. It's better is on a flat track. But if it's going, but I think if it's going uphill, then a bit of difficulty for him to go that fast. So I have to slow down because I feel like we have to change track very soon. As you can see, applying the brakes for diesel is not that easy. So I have to get even slower. Yeah, just like this. And we're going to stop at that point. Okay, we got some passengers. I'm not so sure if they come from the bus over there. I feel like yes. Just not sure how many passengers is going to on board. I think it's new, right? Yeah. Okay, now we have passengers. So we're actually delivering empty coaches or just delivering air from that to Dryer station. Now we've got some passengers. Lock the doors. So at least we have some passengers boarding the train this time. And now we're moving to Elsbridge. So it's a single side track again. I feel like they're going to expand with the second track next to it. Not so sure how the original or how the original story or the original universe set this up. Like, because I feel like if you take a look ahead, that bridge is only reserved for one single track. Well, unless they got some construction to expand the width of it, otherwise it's gonna only fit in one track there. So there will not be more tracks. So this section has to be a single track section. Okay, slow down so because there's 400 yards up ahead. We have 2 platforms, so we're not going to crash with anyone. We just have to go slower. So this is Ellsbridge stations. That one is on this side, so the doors. I feel like no one's boarding again.
Hurry up, please. We don't want to be late.
Just then, one of the passengers approached Diesel.
Thank you, Diesel, they said.
Diesel looked surprised. He wasn't sure what to say.
You're very welcome.
Wow, someone was grateful for my help.
You see, said Annie, passengers appreciate an engine who looks after them and pulls their train well.
Diesel thought about this.
Maybe you're right, he said. Maybe I can pull passengers after all.
Okay, so I think we're going to close the door. Yeah. We go on the journey. So it's merged into a single track again. But this time the bridge actually reserved the spaces for building up the second track. Potentially they could expand it into a 2-track section here, but if you see up ahead, it got narrowed down a little bit. But you can actually see there are some constructions, materials, some metals there. So maybe it still stick with the original story. I'm not so sure about this one. They have to try a little bit faster because that was 1 mile away. So passing under a bridge, and then hope there are no cows anymore. Passing the sign of the whistle again. So full speed ahead. Okay, all safe. Oh, hello there. So in case anyone wondering, I'm just replaying one of Diesel's stories to finish the challenges. Tier 1 challenges first, and then I have to complete Tier 2 challenges for him, so that I can unlock his poster and another tile at the fairground and the Whispering Woods. So this is just to complete Tier 1 challenge now. I'm quite sure by finishing the story, it should be able for me to finish the Tier 1 challenges. So that I can find his poster first. And then I'll move on to Tier 2 challenges for him. So 400 yards up ahead, I should think about to get him slow down. Don't want to see anyone being derailing or just got failure because passing through the signal again. I've done those many times before. Okay, 200 yards. Get prepared. Try to control my speed. Maybe a little bit too slow, but it's safe. Okay, there are some cows over there. And then to the why there to the pavilion. So let me try to get as accurate as possible. Okay, unlock doors again. Trying to see if any passengers is boarding. If no, I think we could just wait until that bar meter being filled up and then we can leave the station. No, I don't speak Spanish.
Okay, on to our next stop. You're doing well, Diesel, said Annie kindly.
Okay, we're moving to Hackenbeck Station. Let me look around. A little bit boring for this section. Oops, forget to make a whistle, but that doesn't really affect anything at all. So I could actually go faster. Oops, there's a tunnel up ahead. And I have to find, is there like a light inside? Okay, cap light on is on top here. It's not at the back. And I'm not going to open the doors. Try not to be that silly. So quite a bit of distance up ahead. I could drive a little bit faster. Get the headlights. Yeah, so we could at least see something where we're inside of the tunnel. Although I already see that exit of the tunnel, it's still good to at least get some lightings inside the tunnel. Well, I do suggest that they could just add some lightings in the tunnel. I think that's the original setting in the series, so there will not be any of them. And I feel like something strange. Okay, that's the structure. That's the part of these also. I was wondering why there was something like blocking the exit of the window at all. The exit of the tunnel. So turn off the lights. Turn off this one as well. Done. So just slightly less than 350 yards. So I'm not going to speed up. Just gonna get there at the same speed again. Okay, so we've got a river. So you have to apply the brake now. Oops, 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 oops. Too late. Lock the doors. That one was... Okay, stop this side. Ooh. And we have passengers boarding again. It's kind of strange because sometimes they board, sometimes they don't. I don't know when they will board or not. I actually want to wait them to board the train until no one's boarding them because there's no such thing as a time limit. And if you look at Diesel's face, forget that one's boarding. Finish the job here. So we're moving.
One stop to go, Diesel, said Clarabelle. Then you will have pulled your first passenger train.
So let's get going. It's Farquhar Station, not far away from here. It's a little bit of a downhill track maybe, so you can see Diesel could start the engine a bit faster than usual. Yeah, a little bit of downward slope, so it's easier for him to get started. So I'm not gonna speed him up further. We're approaching the terminus very soon. So 400 yards. Not much interaction. Okay, let me just try to apply brakes. It's not really to go into the loop at all.
Diesel soon reached Farquhar, the top station of Thomas's branch line. He felt rather pleased with himself. Suddenly, he noticed Sir Topham Hatt walking towards him.
I hope he's not here to tell me off, he thought. Maybe one of the passengers complained about me.
But Sir Topham Hatt wasn't cross. He was smiling. "Well done, Diesel," he said proudly. "I've heard from some of your passengers that you did a good job today."
Thank you, sir, said Diesel. But I did have some help.
"Thomas is still being repaired, so I'll need you to stay and help out for a few more days," explained Sir Topham Hatt. "Do you mind?"
Not at all, sir, said Diesel happily. I'm sure that the three of us can run the branch line just fine.
Annie and Clarabelle smiled. Perhaps they thought Diesel wasn't so devious after all.
Okay, finished his story here, so let me just get back to the main menu. And it takes a little bit of time for this part to be loaded because it's kind of like being recorded into, I think, into their online server or something. It's not that fast to these to be counted. To stick around and keep, yeah, done. So let me check his poster. Not here yet. There should be a new poster to change around, walk around, walk around, walk around. Let me see if that one. Nope, nope, nope. Still not yet being displayed. That one was earned already. So let me just get into another station to see if any of that one has been displayed. Nope, that was Gordon over there. What about the other side? I think that was Thomas. Okay, get back to the main menu. That should be fine for now. Yeah, if you see a poster of Diesel, it actually looks like this. Number 1, number 6, number 4, and then class 08 Diesel. So just wondering where I could actually find it, but I'm not going to waste the time to find that poster because I feel like those are like kind of randomly, not so sure if this randomly displaying on the platforms. So just head into Diesel's timetable. Just pick the first one and we could get Diesel started his daily tasks according to the timetables. So not so sure why he's on the side here. He's not in any of the sheds. But then you get so many coaches out there. I think Andy and Clarabelle on the furthest track out there, and then 2 or 3 red coaches are also here. So anyway, you have to get Diesel to that point first. Suppose he's going to like get some trucks, but I don't see any of them. I have to get here and wait here. Apply the brakes a little bit harder. Look, done. Okay, we're going to stop at Farquhar. What? Okay, so we drive there. So we directly drive to Farquhar. Wow, that's kind of far away from here. Well, I should be able to finish Diesel's tier 2 challenge by just completing the timetable tasks here. Okay, everyone forgotten Rolly the coach? I don't recall this engine, but let me put it first. My memory about Thomas and Friends series still stopped at the TV series. I didn't really watch any CGI version, and my memory kind of faded, so there are like lots of characters that I don't recall them or not seeing them at all. So I have kind of limited knowledge in terms of this. So perhaps you could speak or tell me a little bit more about Rolly, I think. So that's the coach, right? Okay, so we're going to Titmutt Station. Nothing special here, and they don't really tell us to like go via location this time. Just all the way directly through to Farquhar, and then we conclude the task. I feel like there's some trucks over there. Wonder why do we have to go that far away? Go all the way to Farquhar, because I think for Thomas, his first timetable task is just simply around Titmutt shed. That's why we have to go that far away. Open the headlights, open the lights here, cap lights. Just very short tunnel, but I still prefer to turn on the lights. So Rolly as Thomas PC Adventures, made by Orbits. Is that considered as some kind of like some content creator created stories, or I'm not so sure. Maybe I'll just check that out later from the internet. Also, is that one the officially related to Thomas and Friends, or just some fan-made content? Okay, so let me. Oops, I actually went too fast when I'm crossing those tracks and the junctions. But it didn't really have any effects at all. So I think as long as you don't get the engines off the rail, that's fine. Okay, then I hope they will have some shorter timetable tasks after this one, because this one is really quite long. What? 4.2 miles now? I think it's because of how they calculate. I think that one is a straight line distance between the engine and that point, right? So it's not counting by, like, it's not measuring by how long you're going to run on the track. It's just a direct, straight line distance from the engine to that point of Farquhar Station. Okay, we're not carrying anything at the back, so we could actually go faster. We have to change track, I think. Okay, so Rolly the coach had 13 videos. I think I'll check it out later, see what that actually is. Okay, so nope, those are the tracks to Netflix Harbor, and we're not stopping at the station anyway, so we're going to go faster. So there are passengers. Oops, I didn't pay attention. It's just 5 a.m. Okay, now I understand why Diesel has to travel that far. So we're being put on a timetable that starts at 5 a.m. and 6 minutes passed, and we're not even halfway to Farquhar. So basically, this one is just another, it's kind of duplicating with the story that we have just read about Diesel. So anyway, I'm trying to push him faster, because that will save some time. Still, it's not that fast that he go, and you can see he's actually trying his best. Now imagine if he's a human. I think his legs will be very sore. Yeah, I guess there should be only one track ahead, so we have to change track here. So Rolly is identical to Andy or Clarabelle. So did they look exactly the same, or just having a similar appearance of the coaches between like Rolly and Andy or Clarabelle? Or does Rolly actually more looks like those like 2 or 3 red coaches that we have seen at the shed before? Okay, so I'm trying to push it faster again. We're past the junction already, so trying harder to push it faster and faster for Diesel. Okay, we're going under the bridge. There's a tractor there, right? Is that called tractor? Remember the name of it. Oops. What track are we? Okay. Go slower. Not derailing. So safe. Just just going to go at this speed. Oops, changing track again. Let's get slower. They have to speed up again. Good. So there's a river. Makes me want to listen, but it's daytime only. If it's at nighttime, I'm gonna pick up that song of the Moon River. Okay, so Rolly doesn't speak. I think Annie and Clarabelle could speak, so. So I think Rolly is more similar to the red coaches that we have seen at the shed. The coaches not for the expresses. But for the coaches, it looks like Annie and Clarabelle that we have seen at the shed. So anyway, where are we actually? I don't really recall the name of the places around. I have to really see that station so that I could tell where we are. Okay, I think we're in half of the journey. It's just 1.7 miles away. And this is the very famous windmill. So another whistle sign ahead. There should be no problem with this one. So is this one a little bit uphill? Nope, it's rather flat. But Diesel, you can see Diesel is not really accelerating. Even I'm trying to push him as much as I could. So we're safely past another signal. So we spent 11 minutes. So I expect we're going to arrive at Fogport at around maybe 5:18 AM. I'm in the gate. So yeah. It's the station again. So Midway Station. Okay. So this should be slightly more than half on Thomas's branch line. There's a tunnel up ahead. So switch it to the driver cab. Turn the lights on, turn the headlights on. So entering the tunnel, see if it works properly. Okay, so the headlights is functioning. So my driver cab light is also functioning. So 1.2 miles away from Fogport. So I kind of feel like maybe this one already completes one of the tier 2 challenges out there. So I hope they just got some shorter timetable tasks for Diesel. Otherwise, this live stream had to be a little bit longer than expected. I originally expected it to be just 1 hour long. But I think it will be out of my expectation now. And I think the maximum number of people viewing my live stream was 5 people. And now I just got 3. Yeah, I always wanted to like have more viewers to watch my live stream. My next target is to get it at 10. But you can tell that my channel is not a popular one after all, so yeah, I'm just trying to do what I can do here. Okay, 5:13. Oh, we don't even need that much of a time to arrive at Fogport. So there's a long guess for me. It's just kind of just need around 5 minutes. Well, the journey is just 15 minutes, I think, from Timber Sheds to here. Okay, so where I have to stop at. Okay, so at that point. So am I going to carry anything with this one? So I think I just saw one track at there. Are they going to put us to Farquhar Quarry as the next stop? I'm not so sure about this. All I know is that I have to stop at this point. Finish it. Nope, it's not yet finished. So usually at this situation I have to contact the signaler. Okay, deny the way for the signal to change. Okay, we have go signal now. We have to wait for the gates to be opened. So we have to go inside the Anova Quarry. In. Okay, so Anova Quarry. I don't really recall the name. Okay, you subscribe to my channel, thank you very much, but I don't really have many content about trains. So I think also we're actually heading to Farquhar Quarry. Isn't it named Farquhar Quarry? Never mind. And you like trains, but I don't really have many contents about train. The other series I have on my channel about trains will be the I forget the name of the game actually. I think it's called Train Yard Builder, but I didn't really properly finish that series because I just finished the main storyline of that game, and then for some like exhibition models of the trains, I didn't really complete those. So if you just play with the main storyline of that game, it's not actually that long. They do have some contents in Train Yard Builder, but not a very fruitful sets of train models that you play with. So if you are not a heavy player, I think that one's fine, but if you are really enthusiastic about trains, you may find Train Yard Builder a little bit like it's not just that much of sufficient contents in there. They could add in more actually. Anova Quarry in, I have to go there. So I'm pretty sure this one will finish off the second, the tier 2 challenge for diesel for one of them. Because we have driven so far already. In uphill, downhill, and we're up to Anova Quarry. And although not many contents about trains in my channel, not sure if I'm a fan of Supermarket Together. That's actually my main content for the channel, because since they do not update that frequently as in the past, comparing to the past, I also don't have any updates for Supermarket Together recently. But then after Thomas and Friends, I may plan to do the live stream for Mario Luigi Brothership, because I have to have something to fill them back for my channel. And I also have Paralives in place, but that one's not that popular. Well, if you talk to your Big Thomas toy, I wouldn't say that's a bad thing because it's not really hurting anyone, I think. So which direction? Okay, we're going to here. It's around. No, it's still go via location only. Where are we going to stop anyway? Okay, this live stream is gonna be, I think, 1.5 hour long, maybe. But it's already quite late in my time zone, so up to finish off faster. So we're going to stop good. We're going to stop it there. So this part is a Nova loading shunt, a Nova quarry, because I think the whole area was called Qua Quarry. I'll just call the whole area as Qua Quarry. I don't really recall they have this thing of a Nova loading shunt or a Nova quarry at all. So stop here. Done. So I have to go back to the home page and so your Big Thomas talks to and it moves to when you press the button. So it's more like a kind of like a interactive toy instead of just those train toy or train models that we usually see. So we need to get this one being loaded. Not yet. Why they switched place? Switch around. That one should be counted towards. Yeah, finish this one. We have 2 more timetables, or because we don't really have many storage for diesel. So it's like we don't have many choices. You can see just one story, and then the other one is actually about shunting. But that one we're driving as Thomas, so not too comfortable to use that one to finish diesel's challenges. So I have to continue to stick with diesel here. Okay, for the new Thomas series in 2026, I think that one is about... They make it a little bit even more in cartoon style. So it's not like the train model that we have seen in the classic TV series or even the CGI version. Because for those, I mean like for the CGI version, that one is trying to like make it more like a train model style. Of course there will be a little bit more flexibility if they're doing with the CGI, because that one is just being crafted on computers. So that they can have more flexibility than using the train models in real life. But of course our member always go with the classical train model version of the TV series of Thomas and Friends. So I think they could do many things with the CGI version, but then for the upcoming style, I'm not so sure if I really like that one, because that one is really more for like a, how do I put it? It's kind of similar to some other animations, which they put it as a more for children's. But oops, I have to stop at this point. Oops, apply the brakes. Apply the brakes here. So where are we going? We're going to couple with 2 vehicles. So then we're going to shut the trucks again. Oh, hello, we have another viewer joining the chat. So in case you're wondering, I'm trying to complete tier 2 challenges for Diesel. I have unlocked the poster of Diesel already, but I'm trying to finish it. Tier 2 challenges to unlock another tile at Fairgrounds at the Whispering Woods. Okay, shunt. But then, wait, how do I couple it? I feel like I should do it in another direction. Or do I have to do it manually? Oh no, I think I should use a free camera angle to do it instead. Wow, there's a bit of time I don't really recall. Okay, it's automatically completed. Yeah, I was wondering this because it's not like that I have to do it myself. Because it should be automatically done. It's not the shunting challenge. So you're new to this one. So I would suggest you could watch my past live stream about this game. Or you could go to watch other YouTubers' videos as well. I think other content creators have more fruitful context than my channel about this game because it's just me having live streams, playing this game, and then not many special purposes, just finish off this game as a normal player. So stop here and have to couple 2 more trucks. Where are those? Okay, for Train Sim World, I feel like that one, because I'm not really sticking with trains, that kind of game at all. Another one I have for the channel is just a train yard builder, as I mentioned. So for Train Sim World, I found that they have way too many DLCs. And of course, after years, they're still having new DLCs for like older series of Train Sim World. So for this game, it's also using the same engine as the Train Sim World. And then they have a DLC for Thomas and Train Sim World. Not sure if you have that one. Driving backwards, stop at an overloading shunt number 1. For rolling the coach, maybe let me finish up this one first, because I feel like kind of not so safe. So going backwards and the quality. Oh, where's the point? Stop there. Oh, okay, now I got it. Let me just stop at that point and see if they finish it off here, or do I have to go somewhere else? Oops, oops, oops. Uncouple. Oops. So many tasks within this one. And why the camera angle didn't change? Okay, so I took that gap time to search what Rolly the coach. So yeah, that's basically look very similar to Andy and Clarabelle, and we have a 17 random search results that says Rolly is the brother of Andy and Clarabelle, I think. So that one's The Adventures of Rolly the Coach. Well, it's not up to his choices after all. He has to go backwards. Oops. Just to drive forward again. That one, how come that one is counted as objective completed? I sometimes don't really understand about that one. Well, I don't speak Spanish, so I cannot read that one. Sorry about that. And where am I going actually? Oh, that point at the front. So I have to go for that location. So it's translated. Thomas the Train is my favorite character. Okay. Wow, there's so many locations that I have to go to. Where's the other one? Okay, it's on the other side. Oh, there's really very long timetable tasks for Diesel. Could I just actually repeat the one that I've completed, because I think it would take me forever to complete. And I want to show you the third town at the fairground in the Whispering Woods. I'm trying best not to have repeated content, but that's happening. Okay, so I'm going via that location. Speed up a little. Okay, so not many viewers now. So we're going to stop at. So I'm gonna get more trucks and bring them here and there. There's still two more outside at the right hand side, I think. Those are two trucks there. Okay, so we're driving backwards. How far we should go? That far. I think we're going to pick up the other two trucks on the right hand side. Oops, forget about to apply the brakes. Done. Yeah, my guess was correct. I still have to pick up those two trucks and bring it back. Bring them back. Yeah, I just saw a picture of Rolly. Well, his face is like, he's not really happy at all. So. Okay, let me just come on with these. should be back once again to go via that point. Well, so because Diesel's purpose is really just mainly truck shunting, so it's more like a shunting challenge by doing this. Although it's not that complicated as the real shunting challenge, but it's like this. Going via that point, we're going to go via an overloading number 5, so we're going to take a then we're going to take a left turn here. If you look at this angle, it will be the right turn. So ever since Wonders of Sodor was made, the characters now have animated face. Yeah, I was actually wondering, do they have animated face in the Train Sim World DLC about Thomas? I think Diesel was also there. Then for this one, it comes with characters with moving faces since day 1. Nope, let's just go via location. We're not stopping here. We're going to hover the bridge code. So we're going to stop at Nova Quarry Inn. So I feel like that DLC for Train Sim World was actually kind of a testing to see if it's possible to like really go with this game. Okay, their eyes only move in that DLC. Yeah, because they have facial expressions for this one, so I feel like they're really using that DLC as a test to see how far that they could go with Thomas and Friends. It's a downward slope and you're asking us to stop there. I really have to control and apply the brakes very carefully. That one count is completed. And then we go uphill again. Not very big of a slope, but it's just have to be that careful with the trucks. So we're going via this location. So we're going to couple the other trucks up ahead. Well, I hope they're not asking us to do those on the left. There are already too many of them. We had 24 trains of Thomas the Tank Engine in real life. Okay, we finished another one. That was just 15 minutes, I think. And we'll return home now. So for those we have are those coming from the Tommy, the toy manufacturer. So I'll make sure it counts towards this one first. Before I start the other timetable, what's the next one? So Nova Quarry to Netford Harbor. So we have to we move with the trucks or just diesel itself. Okay, count it so I can start the next one. I hope that one is not that complicated. Okay, hello, I remember you. I don't think we could give coal to diesel because it's a diesel engine. It's not running with where am I? Wait for a moment. What does it mean by wait for a moment? those trucks were moving. Now we have to go via a Nova Quarry out, so that's kind of a backward situation. And for Diesel, he doesn't really use coal as his energy source. He used diesel, as his name says. You have 16 wagons in real life. So LBSCRE2S. That one's a nope, it's a gold 5 location. I just keep going. So the next one is a fog quarry loop. But why are we driving backwards? I don't feel safe. Because there should be something. Should be driving forward instead of backward. Okay, so see you next time, I think. Well, never mind. You have to answer. So for diesel fuel, oops, it's not a wise choice to go backwards. I feel like they're not asking us to change the direction of diesel. It's a bit strange for going backwards like this. And why are we going backwards anyway? It should be the other direction. And speaking of diesel fuel, I don't think we have any way to get more fuel for diesel. It should be something similar that we cannot add coals for the steam engines. It's too fast, and we shouldn't be driving backwards anyway. It's kind of like flying away from flying off the track. So where's actually Farquhar Quarry Loop? Name is a little bit. Where's the loop anyway? That one's a loop. It's not really a loop, I think. Okay, Thomas and Friends episode. Basically going backwards, be like, yeah. I don't know why we're going backwards. I feel like there should be some way for me to actually change the direction of diesel at the quarry. But now I've missed it. I can only do it backwards. So we have to stop a Farquhar run round track. I think that's the loop, technically. Oops, I really hope that I can finish up this one very quickly, but no. I have to run through Thomas's branch line in order to arrive at Neptune Harbor. So that will take a bit of time. Should I go the horn? Yeah, the horn. So where are we? Okay, still flying backwards. Where's the one? Where's the point? So you cannot really see that point at all. So we're still flying backwards. It's a fly break. Oops, oops, oops. Okay, a go sign now. Yeah, actually, if I just should I just change the direction, or should I just continue to go backwards at all? Maybe I just stop at the location first. In case there's a truck there. Why do we have to stop at this point anyway? Oh, that finishes off. I think it says Naplet Harbor. Let me check again. Yeah, it says. Okay, so maybe this one is not correct. Maybe this one is. Yeah, this one is to move. These are moves from Farquhar to Naplet Harbor South. So I think this one is kind of a textual error. So that's actually better because I just finished the third one. Okay? And then now a farm and gazebo now appear in the fairground at Whispering Woods. So let me show the poster actually looks like this. So even if you're visiting the train stations with posters, I'm not so sure if that one where this one would actually appear. So the poster looks like this. And then for the tile, still not yet unlocked. Even though it's unlocked here, but not yet unlocked here. So it's the fourth one. I have to keep visiting the woods and then go back and forth. Get that one unlocked. So just 3 of them. So I have to keep going back and forth until we see that one being locked. Still locked. So let me check the posters. Visit some stations to check the posters if they think they got a poster at Crosby Station. Nope, that was Tom Thomas. Going to change to another station. Let's try Fikers Town. I really don't know when they will have like posters being put up. That one is who's that one? That one's Percy's. And I think that one's Thomas. Yeah. Okay. So let me just get back to the main menu and see if that one is unlocked. Okay. So we could visit Whispering Woods. And I could take a picture of it. But yeah, they just have the pavilion here. And then oh, it's just not just the pigs, but we have some gazebo. It says. What's the name it says? Check that out later. Forget what it says in the description. So this front train, I'm gonna use Percy as a free camera. So they can take a picture of what we have in fairgrounds. So let me take this one first. think they look the same at night and morning. So this one actually looks like this. Forget to use this. Oops, is that wrong? Yeah, should use this mode instead. So I'm trying to just take a picture of this. Okay. So the iron parts will be here. Just gonna take a wide shot of it far away and one picture for views and another picture for horses. It's kind of blocking my camera. Okay, so it's blocked. So I have to take it from just here. Done. So mission complete. Okay, just when I'm going to end the live streaming, then I have 4 viewers at the same time now. So anyway, you could just uh visit the uh earlier sections of this live stream for what I'm trying to do in it. So thank you for watching. So please remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe to my channel and my videos if you like them. So we'll see next time. So goodbye, everyone.